I wouldn't want to change anything. Through all the situations I've been in and growing up, like, it's taught me so many survival techniques. I feel like I can survive anywhere.
32 set.
He never ever worried about failure because he knew that wasn't an option.
If you're doing everything that you need to do and everything that you're supposed to do, how would you fail?
Reggie McGee was born April 27th, 1995, an only child living in Jackson, Mississippi.
When I saw him, I just felt like this is the person that no matter what happens in this world, this is the person that will change my life.
She's the key to my heart, just a person that I'll always try to take care of.
When Reggie was 4 years old, Scarlett decided to move from Mississippi. The move left their family behind and started a new life for her and Reggie in Baltimore, Maryland.
I actually did not want to move at all. Just being younger, I didn't want to just leave family, basically, and because there was nobody in Baltimore that I knew.
Without help, Scarlett struggled financially. Not able to pay bills, the two would be left to survive without hot water and electricity for days at a time.
We would just hook extension cords up, and we would have to wait till everyone went to sleep in the building, and there would be outlets, and we would run them through the building, and we would get electricity for the time being. I was definitely scared the whole time, just because you never knew what was going to happen next, or if we were going to have a home.
I feel bad because I know now that I'm not living in that moment, I know it has to be lonely and hard for a 5-year-old.
She didn't have any help support. So my wife and I was the house where all the kids came at, because we had 4 sons, so Reggie was part of the family.
Not having a real father figure growing up, he kind of took me under his wing, taught me about life and taught me the game of football, to be honest. That's where I really learned the game of football, through him.
He coached him, he picked him up, took him to practice, brought him home, took him to his house, fed him. Savages were very instrumental in Reggie's life. They were a very big part of his village.
It's like a trademark in the city. When you kind of adopt a kid into your house, he become your nephew, if not your son. And Reggie just became my nephew. He always called me Uncle Mike. To me, he's blood.
Javon, when my nephew came to practice, he watching you today. All right?
Most times when children come from a single household, there are expectations in those statistics. They're not supposed to graduate from high school. If they do, they're not supposed to go to college. And if they do go to college, they're not going to graduate from college. And when you have people who step in and say to you, who don't know you, who didn't grow up with you, when they step in and say, those things aren't going to happen because we're going to make sure they don't, why wouldn't you be grateful?
In August of 2000, Reggie started school at Dogwood Elementary. 5 years later, he moved on to middle school in Baltimore's worst county.
This is my middle school, Woodlawn Middle School. It's kind of where I was exposed to a lot, to be honest with you. Violence, drugs at a young age. I know a lot of people that went to this middle school with me and I grew up with, played football with. A lot of them are dead or in jail, to be honest.
Kids that you coached, they die. It's sad. It's unexplainable, man, to see somebody get killed, see their life slipping out. It's something that most people don't want to ever see, I'll tell you that. You get stripes in the city for shooting somebody. It's stupid, it's ignorant. That's just reality. Woodlawn is the worst county in Baltimore County, and he grew up right there in the heart of it.
I have numerous friends that have fallen victim to violence or just got caught up and are in jail right now. I can think of 6 of my friends that have been killed.
Baltimore is a very cold place, and I'm not talking about temperature.
If you weren't from around here, or if your face wasn't too familiar, walking straight up this way or walking down that way wasn't really the best thing to do, because some nights it would be, you know, people who, you know, would stick you up or jack you at any time of the day.
I was at a party and somebody came up and just held us at gunpoint. Being in that position just put life in a different perspective. It can happen at any moment or any time.
6692, he's a male black.
The streets is vicious here. Once they get you, it won't return you home. I mean, you're gonna fail to the streets. It's either jail or death. I hate to say it, but that's just it. Kids getting younger and younger, dying at 14, 13, 12. You know, they just don't know any better. They don't have people around them. They don't have that village that Reggie had that kept him from going down the wrong road.
Facing declining enrollment, Reggie's high school, Cardinal Gibbons, announced its closure in 2010. Reggie was a freshman. Uncle Mike found Reggie a scholarship at Our Lady of Good Counsel High School, a football powerhouse in Olney, Maryland, 30 miles outside of Baltimore.
Watching him play and doing what he wanted to do and doing what he loved, that was everything. There's nothing that would ever replace that.
At Good Counsel, Reggie developed into a 3-star recruit, leading the school to a state title in 3 consecutive years and a national ranking as high as number 4.
He never accepted defeat. He never accepted what he came from, and you know, he just looked forward and always made a situation better than what it was.
FINAO is failure is not an option. I'm gonna do anything possible so that I don't fail.
Numerous scholarship offers arrived at Reggie's doorstep. But wanting to escape the Baltimore area, he committed to Tony Levine at the University of Houston.
Throughout the entire season of his senior year, he was just on cloud 9. He was just going to the University of Houston. As quick as it came, it left even quicker.
Coach had called me in the morning and he told me that the program was going in a different direction, and he said that they were going to take back my scholarship, basically. So all the other offers that I had, I just didn't have those offers anymore, so I had nothing to revert to.
From November until April, it was a frantic, constant, tense nightmare.
With graduation approaching, Reggie remained unsigned. At the last possible minute, FCS program Jacksonville State offered a scholarship. After attending the school for a year, his head coach announced he was leaving for a new position. Reggie considered transferring.
I said, if you leave, I'll support your decision, but it's not a decision that I would make. I want you to stay. And he said, no, I don't want to be here. I said, okay.
Deciding to reopen his recruitment, Reggie sought guidance from one of his best friends and a former youth football teammate, also coached by Mike Savage.
Reggie told me he wanted to make the switch to go to a junior college. You know, I told him, Hartnell, quit. I told him, if you want to go to the next level, you know, go Division I, you need to go here.
Hartnell is a junior college in Salinas, California, nearly 3,000 miles from Baltimore. Fish played at Hartnell on his way to the National Football League.
No flag. Pass is picked. Intercepted and back the other way. Fish Smithson.
Like Fish, it's common for athletes to attend junior colleges before transferring to a higher level.
He called me when he was at Jacksonville and he said, I want to go to a JUCO. I said, why would you want to go to a JUCO? He said, well, I can get a new beginning, go out there and impress some coaches and let the West Coast see me. I said, well, let's go for it. I support you. He went out to Hartnell and dominated.
In 2 years, Reggie set the school's sack record and was named a first-team All-American. Unlike Jacksonville State, Reggie was not on a scholarship. He was forced to go on food stamps while living in a shed outside of a local family's home.
Never been in that type of situation. And being on the other side of the country, first time in California, and just knowing like no turning back now. Gotta overcome something else and get out of this situation, but I put myself in that position. I took a step back on my own. No one else did this. This was my decision.
Upon completion of his junior college career, Reggie enrolled at Ball State on a football scholarship. Determined to get his mom out of Baltimore, he saw Ball State as an opportunity to earn a college degree.
I just played the game for her, knowing that I just want to put us in a better position. Thankful for what she's done for me.
Reggie McGee to me is the epitome of extreme hard work. When you take a kid who has talent and then he adds on top of that hard work, to me that's the making of a good man.
On May 8th, 2017, Reggie earned his bachelor's degree in general studies. He became the first member in his family to graduate from college.
There were a lot of people who have counted Reggie out. So I was extremely happy for him.
I'm proud of him because he came from a tough situation and he never gave up. And a lot of people told him he couldn't, and he never accepted that.
I've become a Division I athlete. I graduated high school and college, which a lot of people don't do in Baltimore.
We really could have had the package, but I don't know how many picks we would have recorded, and we were playing offense and defense.
And return.
My next goal is to get my friends and family and mother out of Baltimore and to actually give back to Baltimore to show that there is a different light into getting out and there's more to life than Baltimore.
I just want to tell y'all, go out there, have fun. For the people who came before you, me, Fish, plenty other people played at Pikesville, yo. And it came out, you know what I'm saying? Nothing but winners, nothing but dogs, savages out here.
Failure is not an option. I'm gonna do anything possible so that I don't fail.
He never ever worried about failure because he knew that wasn't an option.
If you're doing everything that you need to do and everything that you're supposed to do, how would you fail?
From a kid struggling through poverty, determined to succeed, to a college graduate, this is the story of Reggie McGee, just one kid from the inner city of Baltimore.